All right, let's just dive right into this explainer. Today, we're cracking the code on the vocabulary you absolutely need for your upcoming banking exams. If you've been feeling, totally overwhelmed by the massive mountain of words you're supposed to memorize, well, you're in exactly the right place. We're going to systematically break down the highest yield words, and we'll be using some pretty incredible visual aids to do it. Man, I know exactly how fiercely competitive the English section is for exams like SBI PO, IBPS, and RBI Grade B. Picture this. You're staring at a reading comprehension passage, the clock is just ticking away, and literally one single synonym question stands between you and your target score. It's incredibly stressful, right? But here's the good news. Your prep doesn't have to be some random guessing game. What if I told you there are exactly 10 frequently asked synonyms that just keep showing up year after year? Seriously, we aren't flipping through a dictionary of thousands of words today. Nope, we're looking at a highly targeted, data-backed list of 10 words that the exam boards absolutely love to test. So our source material today uses this winning formula. It doesn't just hand you the English synonym and walk away, it actually connects it to the native Telugu meaning and gives you these incredibly catchy mnemonics. By linking an abstract English word to a familiar native concept plus a visual rhyme, your brain basically locks the information in instantly. It's like a cheat code for your memory.
Before we start breaking them down, just take a second to look at this track record. These aren't just wild guesses. These words have explicitly appeared across SBI PO, IBPS Clerk, and the notoriously difficult RBI Grade B exams from 2021 all the way through 2024. Mastering these specific words is a verified, completely data-driven strategy. So, let's get right into it.
Quantity and precision. To make this super easy to digest, we're grouping these 10 words into themes.
Let's look at abundant and adequate. Notice how anchoring the English synonyms, plentiful and sufficient, to their native Telugu concepts, samrudhiga ande and thaginantha, drastically improves your recall. Instead of just doing the old English to English rote learning, you're actually feeling the weight of the word. You know exactly what it means to have way more than enough, or just enough to get the job done.
Now, the real magic happens with the mnemonic tricks. Imagine a huge basket just overflowing with shiny gold coins or fruit while you say this rhyme out loud. Abundant equals so much plenty to touch. When you're sitting there in the exam hall, that rhyme and that visual of the overflowing basket will pop right into your head. It's pretty cool.
Moving on to precision, we have the word accurate. It pairs perfectly with its synonym precise, which means kachitamaina. Just look at how heavily this was tested. IBPS Clerk, SBI PO, and IBPS PO across 3 consecutive years. If you want to clear these exams, this exact pairing has got to become second nature to you.
These 2 words lock together conceptually. When you pair accurate and precise, I want you to slow down for a second and really think of absolute exactness. It's not about just being close, it's about being perfectly dead on the mark.
So the crucial trick here is to link the visual of a bullseye on a dartboard with this exact phrase. Accurate means precise like a target. Say it a few times with some real energy. Visualizing that arrow hitting dead center while repeating the phrase completely cements the connection in your long-term memory.
Okay, chunk 2, effort and achievement. Let's see how this builds our vocabulary even further.
Here we've got 3 incredibly common action verbs starting with A: accommodate, achieve, and acquire. You'll see their synonyms are adjust, accomplish, and obtain. By connecting these 2, anukula parachu for adjust, sadinshu for accomplish, and sampadinshu for obtain, the meanings totally crystallize. Words like these are all over the reading comprehension sections of banking exams, usually describing economic policies or big corporate goals.
I really want you to say this mnemonic with some genuine motivational energy. Achieve your goal. Accomplish the dream. Literally envision holding up a huge gold trophy while you say it. By linking achieve directly to accomplish through this aspirational phrase, you guarantee you won't forget its meaning of reaching a hard-fought milestone.
Similarly, let's look at acquire, translate into obtain. This isn't just about getting something passively, It's about obtaining something with real intentional effort. Think of a hard-earned gift. When a bank acquires another company, they put in the work to obtain it. Excellent. Moving right along to chunk 3, emotion and relief. We're shifting gears from action and effort to words describing human feelings, support, and easing burdens. These 3, admire, afford, and alleviate, are tested constantly. Alleviate, in particular, is a huge favorite for exam setters. It just popped up in the IBPS PO and RBI assistant exams in 2024. Knowing that a forward can mean to provide or supply, and that admire aligns with appreciate, gives you a massive edge. And anchoring alleviate to its Telugu meaning upashamanam kaliliyinchu really solidifies that feeling of relief.
Now, this mnemonic rhyme is brilliant because the vocal inflection directly pairs the action with the feeling. Listen to how soft this sounds. Alleviate pain, relieve the strain. Just hearing that sentence makes you feel a lessened burden, doesn't it? It perfectly captures the essence of easing a tough situation, which is exactly what alleviate means.
All right, pay close attention here because we need to put a massive spotlight on the most advanced vocabulary pair on this entire list. If there's one word that separates the absolute top percentile of test takers from the rest, it is this one.
Inimical. It's a high-level synonym for adverse, meaning pratikulamaina or hanikaramaina, harmful, hostile, or unfavorable. Honestly, it is no surprise this showed up in the notoriously tough RBI Grade B exam. It's exactly the kind of formal, heavy word used in financial editorials to describe bad economic conditions.
So I want you to picture a really dark, threatening storm cloud with lightning. As you memorize this phrase, adverse things are inimical. Make sure you recognize this trap. When a reading comprehension passage starts talking about inimical market conditions, you'll know instantly that the author means adverse or harmful conditions, and you won't even lose your rhythm.
The ultimate takeaway from our explainer today is encapsulated in this simple but honestly deeply powerful motto: practice today, secure tomorrow. Vocabulary building isn't about frantically cramming the night before the test, it's about building structured, permanent connections over time. By systematically using these bilingual meanings and visual tricks, you completely bypass rote memorization. You aren't just staring at a page, crossing your fingers and hoping the words stick, you're actively building true retention, using rhymes, visual associations, and native language grounding. That is how you outsmart the exam. So, think about your very next exam paper. You flip the page to the English section. When you see a word like abundant or inimical staring back at you, will you remember the rhymes, see those storm clouds and gold coins, and effortlessly claim those marks? The choice to master them is completely yours, starting right now. You've got this. So what are you waiting for? Are you ready to secure your tomorrow today?